Hey everybody, this is Kelly of Kelly Sex Stories, and I'm here to talk to you about Robyn Crawford and Whitney Houston. Now, Robyn Crawford, she is the best friend of Whitney Houston, and even though in the recent years they fell out of touch with each other, probably for different various reasons, more than likely probably drug use, and also the up and down relationship that Whitney had with Bobby Brown, which was completely tragic. But anyways, so Robyn is coming out with a memoir, and I believe it's called A Song for You. And she talks about how her and Whitney met and how they were friends and how they became, sexually intimate. And also, when was the first time that Whitney actually started to use cocaine, and how her and Whitney were using cocaine together, and how Whitney met Bobby, and how she also had dated, Eddie Murphy. But it's very interesting how the industry back then and how the public, because of her being who she was, because of her being a star, the industry felt as though that it was best for her to hide who she really was, to try to hide her sexuality as a lesbian or bisexual woman. And because of that, as you see, that it had a very horrible, terrible effects on her mentally and emotionally. And that's something that I want to get into, that a lot of people that are lesbian or bisexual have, or gay have issues, emotional issues and mental issues that I feel that is caused by the environment, the toxic environment that they're in, that they grow up in, of people being homophobic or transphobic or whatever, right? Is because of the intolerance of the people, of the individual, is the reason why people who are lesbian, gay, and bisexual have mental and emotional issues concerning their sexuality. And because of this, you see a tendency of people within the LGBT community end up getting on drugs or become alcoholics. That's not all lesbians, bisexuals, and gays, of course, or transgender people, of course, but it's a large amount of people that suffer, with alcoholism and drugs because of the issues that they have with their sexuality. And it's very interesting because, especially within our community, that there's a strong, homophobic, energy in our community. And because of that, I would have to say that I had experienced quite a few, young ladies that were on the down low had approached me on several occasions when I was in high school, and even after I was out of high school. And then, when I tried to be friends with these individuals, they, they was pushing me away. I just tried to be friends with them, to show them that I didn't have any hard feelings or anything. But because of them having an issue with themselves, having an issue with their sexuality, because of the burden that the community puts on them, or their family puts on them, or their friends, the expectations that they have of them really weighs heavy on them. And they feel as though, both down low men and down low sisters, they feel as though they have to hide who they are and not keep it real with people. And the problem is that it does a disservice not just to them, but it does a disservice to all of the young ladies that down low sisters also deal with, because it hurts them emotionally and mentally, and it breaks their hearts, the people that are dealing with these down low sisters and brothers. So it creates a situation of dysfunction within the person who's dealing with, who having issues with their sexuality, and also with the people that they interact with, So anyway, so I feel like this is a major, red flag. This show, to basically show people that this does exist within our community as indigenous black people, aka American American Indians that we have an issue with our sexuality, and that it is causing, you know, mental and emotional issues, which are leading to, you know, drug abuse and alcoholism. Anyways, I'm going to have some clips so you can see exactly what I'm talking about with this whole, you know, Whitney Houston and Robyn Crawford situation. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.
Good morning, my faithful, loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Monday. It is November 11th, the year is 2019. So Robyn Crawford has written a book about her relationship with Whitney Houston. Now, many of you, I live in Atlanta, so I'm very familiar with Robyn Crawford because she lived here at one point. And I knew about Whitney Houston and Robyn Crawford's relationship. Everybody knew about it. I mean, so, and this was just all what was whispered on the streets. And this was well known because a friend of mine lived in the condo building that Robyn lived in near Lenox Mall. And Whitney Houston was seen there visiting Robyn on many occasions, and he informed everybody that they were having a lesbian relationship. So we all knew this. This is not new to me. And not only did I know this, but I also had some friends who worked in the real estate industry, because at one point, this particular condo that Robyn and Whitney were escapading in, I don't know who owned the condo, it was for rent, but I know it was for sale. And it was a really nice condo, and real estate agents were trying to get in the condo or came into the condo and found Whitney and Robyn in there naked. So I know this from a real estate agent I've known for years, who told me that she went in that condo unknowing that these women were in there, and she went in there with I don't know how they got access to it, went in there, I guess, you know, realtors have access to lock my keys. They went in there, and it was all this chaos, confusion, and Whitney Houston was there with Robyn, and that's how they met, in that condo.
Honda has put $5.6 billion toward U.S. manufacturing. That's 75 facilities employing American workers, including Midwest workers that build Honda sedans, which are here to stay. For the smart way to go, see your Detroit area Honda dealer.
Robyn Crawford was by Whitney's side from the beginning, a trusted companion during her epic rise and heartbreaking fall. They were best friends, roommates as well, and rumors swirled for decades about whether they were also secretly lovers. Well, now, Robyn Crawford is finally answering everything in a new memoir.
I watched her rise to the top of her game, and I felt compelled to share who that woman was behind all the fame.
Robyn Crawford was by Whitney's side every step of the way as rumors about them swirled. Everyone knows the tragic story of Whitney Houston, the superstar. But this is the story that no one else knows except you. Why share that story now?
I never envisioned speaking publicly about my life. And then I asked myself the question, what would Whitney want? Would she understand, you know, the time is now?
For the very first time, Crawford is now opening up publicly about their relationship in her new book, A Song for You.
We were intimate on many levels. And all I can say was that it was very deep and we were very connected.
They first met when Whitney was just shy of 17, Crawford says. Soon, they were inseparable. When did this friendship, this partnership, when did it turn into something more?
Our friendship was a deep friendship. In the early part of that friendship, It was physical.
Who knew about the romantic aspect of your relationship with her?
I would say no one. It was ours.
Crawford says their physical intimacy stopped before Houston became a star.
She said, I don't believe we should be physical anymore. The music business was a world that we were learning, and we didn't want anything to interfere with where she was going.
Were you sad? Were you angry? Were you disappointed?
I just felt that